Pioneer fans, Pioneer men's varsity soccer is live and on the air.
Sportsmanship is still relevant in school sports. Good sportsmanship should be a given at our games. It's one of the primary reasons we have school sports to begin with, to help today's young people become tomorrow's community leaders. You can learn more about sportsmanship and download a full kit of sportsmanship ideas from the MHSAA website at mhsaa.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Why do high school sports really exist? For 99% of the participants, it's the biggest stage they will ever play on, and it provides the most educational value, teaching sportsmanship, ethics, integrity, hard work, and teamwork. It's about playing with local friends against local rivals and creating lifetime relationships. They build community spirit, and they're worthy of your continued support. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We are live here at Hallway Field, where it is your Pioneer men's varsity soccer team taking on the Bedford, Temperance Bedford Kicking Mules. These two squads, Pioneer is 10-6-1 on the season. Bedford is 10-8-1 on the season. Pioneer started off with a loss versus Saline. That was 3-2. Saline took that one. Then they had a 1-0 loss at home versus Huron. They beat Northville. That was back on the 23rd of August. That was a 3-0 win. They beat Dexter 5-0. That was on August 26th. August 27th, they played Monroe. That was 5-1. We'll talk about Monroe again in just a few moments. And then on September 2nd, they battled Skyline. That was a 3-2 loss versus Skyline. And away at Grand Blanc on September 5th, that was a 3-2 loss. They then had 4 wins in a row, beating Canton on the 6th of September, 2-1, beating this Temperance Bedford team away. That was on the 8th. That was a 4-0 win. They beat Saline at home, 3-2, that on the 11th. And on the 15th, they beat Monroe 3-0. So they beat Monroe twice. We're going to see them again Wednesday in the playoffs. They tied Huron away at Huron. There was a scoreless draw. Then they beat Dexter 3-0 at home. They beat Skyline 4-2. That was on the 25th over at Skyline. They lost over to Birmingham C home. That on the 27th of September, 4-2 loss. They beat Dearborn away at Dearborn 2-1, and then lost to Plymouth away at Plymouth 2-1. So that is where Pioneer is at. They will play Monroe at Pioneer High School at 6 p.m. That is going to be a playoff game here Wednesday, 6 p.m. versus Monroe. Please come on down. We'd love to see you here. We're going to see if we can broadcast it, but it would be on the NFHS network, so you would have to have a subscription to that. We'll see if we can do a radio broadcast as well, see if we can make both of those happen. But please come out if you can Wednesday to cheer on the team. Take a look at Bedford, Temperance Bedford. Started off a win at Monroe, that on the 19th of August. That was a 5-3 win. They fell to Saline 4-2 on the 21st of August. They beat Tecumseh 2-0. And then Wyandotte Roseville 5-0. And then Allen Park Intercity Baptist 3-1. That all on the 23rd of August. So 3 games in a row there, and they came out with wins in all of them. They fell to Skyline 3-0, that at home. They were away at Huron. Huron won that one 1-0. They had a scoreless draw versus Dexter back on the 4th of September. On the 6th of September, they beat Adrian 4-1. Lost at home versus Pioneer 4-0. They beat Monroe 3-0 at home on the 10th of September. Fell to Huron at home 6-0. They lost to Skyline away at Skyline at 5-0. That on the 18th of September. They played Toledo Whitmer. That away down in Toledo. That was an 11-0 win. They fell to Saline away at Saline on the 22nd of September 2-1. They beat Chelsea 3-1 at home on the 24th of September. On the 27th, they fell to Sylvania Northville, Ohio. That was 2-0. And then they have a 2-game winning streak coming into this as they beat Dexter on the 30th of September 5-3. And then on the 2nd, they beat Carleton Airport 3-1. So this will be senior night for this Pioneer team. Take a look at the SEC standings. Saline is up at the top, 9-2-1 in the SEC, 28 points. Huron is number 2 with 8-1-2, so 8 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws for 26 points. Pioneer and Skyline both tied with 7 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw for 22 points. Pioneer has this game left, and Pioneer and Skyline at Huron were both moved from the 2nd. So Skyline Huron is going to happen tomorrow night. Pioneer Bedford happening tonight. Those are the last games in SEC play. So both Huron could get up, and if they win, they might be able to take over for Saline. Saline's at 28 points, Huron at 26 points, and then Pioneer is 4 back. So Pioneer could move into 3rd place just themselves. They have 22 points. They could make it 25 if they win today. Skyline could again, if they beat Huron, they could move into a tie for 2nd if we both win. So that's what's happening. Again, playoff game on Wednesday. And the JV contest just ended 7-0 Pioneer taking the JV contest. So excited about that. As we'll have a little bit of time between the JV contest and the varsity contest. We're going to play a little bit of messages from the MHSAA here. We will be right back with action. You're watching Pioneer Men's Varsity Soccer, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Maybe you've seen the videos of the specialized sports parent support group, or the kid holding a press conference to announce his retirement from sports. The problem is, they'd be really funny if there wasn't a lot of truth there. Multi-sport participation provides a healthier experience and lifestyle for kids and families. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Sportsmanship is still relevant in school sports. Good sportsmanship should be a given at our games. It's one of the primary reasons we have school sports to begin with, to help today's young people become tomorrow's community leaders. You can learn more about sportsmanship and download a full kit of sportsmanship ideas from the MHSAA website at mhsaa.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Why do high school sports really exist? For 99% of the participants, it's the biggest stage they will ever play on, and it provides the most educational value, teaching sportsmanship, ethics, integrity, hard work, and teamwork. It's about playing with local friends against local rivals and creating lifetime relationships. They build community spirit, and they're worthy of your continued support. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
If you're a recent high school or college graduate and still have a passion for the games you played in school, still remember the thrill of putting on the uniform, why don't you help us out and become a registered high school game official? Get out there and give something back to our kids. Visit the MHSA website for more information. There's help wanted, just whistle. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Integrity, commitment, love of the game. These traits describe the people high school sporting events can't start without. The officials. They're out there every day giving back to our kids. Let's give them the respect they deserve. Better yet, why don't you become one? Visit the MHSAA website for more information. There's help wanted, just whistle. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
You're hearing it. The message is getting through to parents. Multi-sport athletes get injured less. Multi-sport athletes become better in their primary sport in the long run. And even though it's not why we play our games, multi-sport athletes are now getting recruited more than specialized athletes. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
You have to wonder sometimes how folks in the stands, so far removed from the action and who have probably never had any training, actually think they can see the play and apply the rules better than the officials assigned to a game. If you're that good, please register immediately at MHSAA.com. We need more officials on the playing surface and fewer in the stands. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Think of a high school game as a 4-lane highway. Coaches, players, officials, and spectators, each with their own lane. Sportsmanship depends on everyone not crossing over the line. Fans keep it between the lines when they cheer positively for their team. So don't cause an accident. Stay in your lane and let the coaches, players, and officials do their jobs. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Power Ratings will be used this year in soccer, basketball, and boys lacrosse to seed the district tournament in those sports, and you can follow along. Visit your school's page on the MHSAA website to see how your team is faring, and you can look at statewide lists as well. And if you see your team is missing a score, submit it. Learn more about the Michigan Power Rankings at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Field, it is your Pioneer men's varsity soccer team taking on the Bedford, Temperance Bedford Kicking Mules. As again, this is a squad Pioneer with a 10-6-1 record, as they're tied for third in the SEC. Bedford 10-6 or 10-8-1 record. Again, final game before the playoffs. Pioneer will start the playoffs here at Hallway Field, 6 o'clock on Wednesday. That versus Monroe, a team Pioneer beat twice, but really hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. So we could use a big fan base out here cheering on the Pioneer men's varsity team as they start their playoff push. Again, that's going to be Wednesday, 6 o'clock as opposed to 7. Come on out. We're going to do our best to broadcast it, but all playoff games for the MHSAA are broadcast on the NFHS network, so you do have to have a subscription to that. We'll see if we can do a radio broadcast, which would be free. So we'll see what we can do about that. I will effort that tomorrow. There's 40 minutes up on the clock. Both squads getting ready. Pioneer is in their purple kits with the purple tops, the black shorts, and the purple socks. Numbers in white on the front and back of those kits. Bedford in their white tops, their white shorts, their white socks. They have their Bedford in block lettering on the front with the numbers in red on the front and the numbers in red on the back. I think they actually have their name on the back of the kits, which is something you don't have very often, so that's fantastic to see. We do have 40 minutes up on the clock as last things getting ready here. We do have a good crowd. Nice both fan bases that brought a number of people. Pioneer, a good home contingent on this senior night. It's all one of those bittersweet times where you get to enjoy all the time you got to see these players play for Pioneer, but no, you're not going to see them in the purple and white much longer. Seniors include Philip Stanich, as well as Hans Lechner, Remy Vale, Eric Gomez-Ruiz, Patrick Regan, Brendan Clark, Dylan Smith, Pietro Boesso, and that is your seniors. So John will have something about them at halftime as both of these squads lined up across the way. And we'll turn things over to John here for the rosters in just one moment. I'll listen to you and make sure. Thank you. So we'll turn things over to John here in just one moment. People keep on coming in. Here we go. Game time temperature. It's gotten a little cooler. It was up to 80, and now it's dropped back. That might have been just temperature misreading, as it's 76 degrees here at Hallway Field. A few big, fluffy cumulus clouds in the sky, but otherwise white or blue skies. Not supposed to get any rain till tomorrow, so we'll hope all that precipitation holds off for us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ann Arbor Pioneer High School, its athletics department, and its men's soccer program are pleased to welcome the players, coaches, parents, students, 1 million fans of the Bedford Kicking Mules to tonight's game against your Ann Arbor Pioneers. Let's meet the participants. First, for Bedford, number 1, Hayden Parsons. Number 2, Brandon McLeod. Number 3, Kellen Banfield. Number 4, Corey Gore. Number 5, Nathan Meekwa. Number 6, Matthew Zanheiser. Number 7, Bryce McLeod. Number 8, Brendan Gallardo. Number 9, Mason Russell. Number 10, Maddox Oberski. Number 11, Brody McLeod. Number 12, Austin Mann. Number 13, Jackson Grohowski. Number 15, Gus Nicholas. Number 16, Jack Lesage. Number 17, Carter Allison. And number 24, Dylan Strong. The head coach of Bedford, Brendan Wyatt, assisted by Dave McLeod. Oh yeah, and now your Ann Arbor Pioneers. Number 0, Marcus Brin. Marcus Byrne. Number 1, Jack Patow. Number 2, Andrew Lindstrom. Number 3, Milo Peterson. Number 4 is Philip Stanich. Number 5, Eliezer Blank. Number 6, Hans Lechner. Number 7, Remy Vale. Number 9, Stefano Stazahazian. Number 10, Eric Gomez Ruiz. Number 11, Dane Bean. Number 12, Josh Silva. Number 13, Samuel Brand. Number 14, Patrick Regan. Number 15, Braden Clark. Number 16, Dylan Smith. Number 17, Reed Razana. Number 18, Pietro Boesto. Number 20, Simon Berkowitz. Number 21, Nate Green. Number 22, Graham Beaver. Number 25, Jason Copera. Number 26, Lucas Halpine. And number 28, Graham Anderson. The head coach of Pioneer is John Sunderman, assisted by Dan McDonough, Dylan Furlong, and Pete Loveland. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now stand and hold caps for the playing of the national anthem. One moment. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
As a fantastic job by the crowd as the music tried to fight back, and they just sung along, which is a lot easier when you have a group than trying to do it by yourself in front of folks. So excellent job. We have the big, I think we're one night away from the harvest moon, full moon up there, as that's just over Hallway Field in a beautiful shot that if I was smarter I would have gotten a photograph of it. But it looks nice and beautiful out there. Here on the final home game before the playoffs for Pioneer men's varsity soccer. Haven't seen the playoffs yet for the field hockey team. I'll see if I can effort to get that, and as soon as we see that, we'll post that out.
The third team on the field tonight, the officials, Brad Nevin, Bobby Weingarten, and Curtis Wensley.
As we cannot have the games we love without the officials. If you ever think you could do a better job, reach out to the MHSAA. They're always looking for officials. We cannot have our games without them. Not an easy job. Is that ball set right at the center circle? Bedford ready to get this underway with 40 minutes up on the clock here in the first. Thank you for joining us and cheering for whichever these teams you are rooting for. We're very, very grateful. So everyone's set, just waiting for the whistle from the officials. And there we go. We are underway. Snap ball all the way back. And it's sent back over there by Allison in along the far touchline. Rocketed ahead by Bedford, racing over, trying to get to it is Blank. That goes out the far touchline. Throw in by Blank. Blank looks up the pitch. And headed back, popped up high. Blank sends it back over onto the defensive side. That's sent ahead by Stanich. Here comes Lechner. Lechner trying to launch it, then knocked right back by Bedford. Lechner moves it over to Vale and along the near side. Vale sends it up the near wing. Back to Vale on the near touchline. Vale launches it ahead. That headed up high. Trying to get to it is Regan. And ball trying to move it over Vale. Vale ends up down on the pitch. He pops up coming down the near wing. Trying to feed it ahead. Trying to get it over to Smith. And that one just past that is going to end up offside. As it is Parsons, the keeper for Bedford. That ball to be sent just inside, about 10 yards inside of the defensive third for Bedford. That ball sent ahead. Trying to get to it is Regan. Moved over to Lechner. Lechner coming up the near wing. That ball brought ahead. Gomez Ruiz launches it down the far wing. Back over to try and get that, and Zenicer back over there, but that ended up going out. Or plucked up, excuse me, by Parsons. Parsons with the drop kick. Heads right towards midfield. Lechner plays it down and sent the other direction by Bedford. Chipped ahead by Pioneer. That will be down onto the near wing. Blasted up high into the air as that was Brody McLeod. Who sent that into the stands. Now trying to get to it in the near corner. Vale trying to race ahead with it. And sent out the near touchline again. It's by 24, who I don't believe I have on my roster. That ball trying to bring it ahead. Collision right there as one of the Bedford players ends up down on the pitch. We're about 2.5 minutes in, scoreless so far. That ball sent ahead by Brody McLeod. All the way down onto the far side of the pitch. Played down, trying to get to it and bring it ahead was Boesso. Now the other direction, again hitting the pitch, was Nicholas for Bedford. That ball fired all the way back into the defensive third for Pioneer. Silva battling back over there, trying to pull that away. Now Blank is out the far touchline. That'll be Zenicer with the throw-in. Popped up high, trying to knock it away is Blank. Looking to try and bring it across. Ball sent all the way out of the defensive third. And it's going to come back, and that is going to be a goal kick. Byrne gets it over on the far wing. Here comes Blank. Blank up the far touchline. Blank rockets it all the way down. Played down by Vale. Vale trying to move it ahead. That chipped the other direction by Brody McLeod. Now gathered up the near wing. As Lasana has it. Down into the near corner and then out the end line. And it's going to be a goal kick, so Parsons to send it away. Parsons. Right foot into it, low line drive kick. Knocked down, now fed ahead by Lechner, back over Losana. Gets it to Smith. Now Lechner heads back towards midfield. Lechner sends it all the way back. That grabbed. Moved ahead by Stanich. Back over to Byrne. Byrne in the 18. Byrne lifts it down onto the far side of the pitch. That played down over there by Allison. Trying to fire it ahead. Allison send it back deep onto the far touchline. And grabbed by Brendan McLeod. Trying to fire it, and that goes. Trying to keep it in, and that went out the end line. And it's going to be a goal kick for Pioneer. 34:50 left to go here in the scoreless. First, Byrne. As it's set, gets everyone headed towards midfield. Gets it into the middle third, then played down. Gomez Ruiz trying to turn on it, sends it back to Lechner. Lechner. Ahead to Regan. Regan gets it back to Gomez Ruiz. One touches it over to Lechner. Now Losana. Losana trying to move it ahead to Gomez Ruiz. That pulled away the other direction. Racing is Allison. Allison trying to pull that away for the Mules. Now coming the other direction with it. Number 24. Here comes Bedford into the attacking third. Trying to make a move. There's Brendan McLeod. He's dispossessed. That fired back towards midfield, but played down over there by Banfield. Banfield trying to put it into the 18. Chipped right back. There's Lechner. Moves it over. Grabbed there. Blank trying to feed it ahead down the far wing. That goes out. The far touchline, just shy of midfield. Bedford sends it in, gets it over to Oberski. On that far touchline. McQuella. Down as they'll get that set for a kick here, free kick. It's in a spot of a bit of menace inside the attacking third. That ball sent into the 18, headed up. Good job by Losana. Now that ball brought back, fired ahead, as that'll be plucked up by Banfield. Gets a shot on goal that sent the other direction for Blank. Blank trying to arch it right over midfield. Played down by Vale. Vale in a collision over there is popping up, and okay is Oberski. All the way down onto the near wing, gathered up there by Losana. Now Lechner right at midfield. Lechner for Pioneer. Back to Losana on the near wing. Losana feeds it right back to Lechner. Gets it back. Coming up the near touchline. Losana moves it over to Gomez Ruiz. Gomez Ruiz trying to fire it ahead to Vale. Vale trying to get into the 18. Grab by Parsons. 32:15 left to go here. That ball lifted down towards midfield. Stanich trying to get to it. That out the near touchline. Last touch by Bedford. Losana with a throw in, trying to get it over to Smith. That's sent right back into the defensive third. Stanich pops it up with a header. Losana trying to get to it. And right on the near touchline. Gomez Ruiz gets it back to Losana. Losana back over to Stanich. Stanich, his own defensive third. Over onto the far wing for Silva. Silva doing some work, trying to get past Oberski. That ball out the far touchline. Thrown over there by McQuella. Headed up, played down. Now trying to bring it ahead. There's Banfield. That ball chipped ahead. Now rocketed by Brendan McLeod over onto the near wing. Played down there, trying to get past is Bryce McLeod. Centering attempt. That knocked down by Silva. Moved over. Lechner. Blasted, trying to get into the middle third. That played down by Brody McLeod. Brody McLeod heads up the center of the pitch. Sent away, but over onto the far wing. Regan trying to get it back into the middle third. Again, that fired right back in by Nicholas, and now brought all the way down past midfield. That'll be out the near touchline. Brody McLeod with the throw in on the near touchline. As we approach the 30-minute mark, 30:23 left to go. Brody McLeod trying to move it ahead to Nicholas. Nicholas trying to move it back. Regan with it over midfield. Regan arches it all the way across. Over Boesso trying to hold it in, and that goes out the far touchline. That'll be a throw-in. Throw in over. Boesso trying to keep it in. He heads it. Played down. Now knocked away back over there by Grohowski. Centered up. Gomez Ruiz over to Lechner. Lechner down the near wing. Lechner looking for a cross. Lechner sends it across the 18. That ball fired over. As good job by Bedford to get it out. Back into the middle third. Stanich arches it. That headed into the 18. Vale trying to get to it. Diving on it is Parsons. Parsons with a good save as we're at the 29-minute, 20-second mark. Here in the first, Parsons hands it in the 18. Drop kicks it high. Arcing kick hits just shy of midfield. Trying to move it ahead is Lozana. Then down the near touchline and out. Quick throw in there by Brody McLeod. Now Lechner trying to move past the Bedford defense. Feeds it ahead to Vale. Vale loses an edge and goes down. Sent right back into the middle third by. And move back over. Brendan McLeod gets it over onto the near wing. Working and firing it back over is Brody McLeod. Now over on the far wing. Bedford arcs it. Played off the body. Now chipped ahead. Racing over trying to get to it is Brendan McLeod. Brought back by Regan. Here comes Lechner. Lechner over to Gomez Ruiz. Gomez Ruiz in a battle there with Oberski. Two number 10s trying to battle it out. And thrown in over to Nicholas for Bedford. Nicholas looking to get it across. And ball stolen away by Gomez Ruiz. Gomez Ruiz sends it all the way down into the Bedford defensive third. Lechner back there providing pressure, but plucked up by Parsons in the 18. Parsons quickly throws it onto the near wing over to Brody McLeod. Brody McLeod trying to get it on a give and go, and that is going to be Bedford with the ball. Scoreless so far here. Brody McLeod ready to send this one away for Bedford. Right foot into it. That all the way back towards the 18. That'll bounce all the way over into the far corner. Grabbed there by Byrne. As we approach the 27-minute mark here. All over on the near wing. Pioneer controls Gomez Ruiz on the near touchline, trying to work his way past a pair of Bedford opponents, and that went out the near touchline. Brody McLeod calling for the throw in here as he'll have it in the attacking third. Brody McLeod trying to get that in over to Nicholas. Back there, Brody McLeod. Brody McLeod over to Nicholas. Nicholas working on that near touchline. Trying to get that away. Now Nicholas feeds it over. And to Brendan McLeod. Ball back with it is Allison. Allison heads back into the midfield area. Back over to Brody McLeod. Now trying to get it back. Fed. Stanich trying to chip it into the middle third. Now racing over to get it is Oberski. Oberski. That one just down pass. Centering attempt. Nobody home. It'll go off the end line. That'll be a goal kick by Pioneer. 26 minutes left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Burns set to send it away from the 6. Headed by Regan down the far wing. Trying to bring it back there. Boesso, and goes out the far touchline. Thrown by Bedford. Banfield with it. Banfield trying to move it ahead. That all the way down onto the near wing. Blasted the other direction by Brody McLeod. Now on the near touchline with it is Bryce McLeod. Bryce McLeod moves it back over to Nicholas. Nicholas across. Down on the far flank. Sent ahead back there by Zeniser. Grabbed in the 18. Byrne with the drop kick. It goes over midfield, headed down by Bedford over onto the near wing and out the near touchline. That'll be a throw in as Lozana throws it in. Now Regan trying to get to it. Hold back. Vale sending it across. Regan onto the far wing. Now back, trying to get it to Regan. That knocked away. Good defense back over there by Allison to steal it away down the far touchline. Trying to roll it over. Picked back up over there by Nicholas. Ball over to Oberski. Oberski. Now chipped by Pioneer. Lechner trying to bring it up the near flank. Gets it over to Gomez Ruiz. Gomez Ruiz has that knocked right back into midfield as Bryce McLeod tries to move it forward. Lechner has it. Lechner moves it back into his own defensive third. Over to Stanich. Stanich onto the far wing for Blank. Blank trying to blast it ahead. Now racing, getting past the defense, firing it. Oh, good save as Smith got back there. That will turn into a corner. But Smith had an excellent opportunity with fantastic service by Lechner. And good job getting back there.
Regan will inbound.
Regan will take this set piece. He gets it set in the near corner. Hand raised. Arcing across, played down, fired, and just goes wide to the near side. So we'll do it again. Another corner here. Regan ready. Again, both hands raised. Arcs over top, headed and off the field goal post. That will be a goal kick. Couple of good opportunities on a set piece for Pioneer. Bedford able to keep it out of the net. 22 seconds, or 22 minutes, 15 seconds left to go before halftime. Parsons trying to get everyone to move forward. He'll put his right foot into it. And into the middle third. Lechner trying to move it over. That ball played down back into the middle third, and time is going to be that it's going to be a yellow card to Lechner. At 21:52.
Make three now for Pioneer, along with number 3, Milo Peterson.
Peterson and Green in for Pioneer. As Core ready to kick this one away. All sent back into the midfield area. Kicked up high over there by Allison. Pioneer trying to bring it ahead. Here's Gopera. And it's going to be a kick here. Set ready to take the kick is Oberski for Bedford. Now he'll go ahead and let Allison take this free kick. Allison waits for everyone to get a little bit further down the pitch, chips it down. Into the 18, headed up by Pioneer. And Silva on it down the far way now. Vale trying to turn on him, feed it ahead. Vale gets it over midfield. Rolls deep into the defensive third. It'll send it into the 18. Now Parsons will move it all the way down. Is trying to keep it in the near touchline. Fired ahead by Bedford and getting a piece of it, Brody McLeod. Now Pioneer coming up the far wing, trying to feed it across. Vale trying to turn on it. Vale trying to get himself past. Vale coming in. There's a save by Parsons, and he covers it up before Vale can get the rebound. Good shot and a good save by Parsons. He's had to make a couple nifty saves already. That ball right towards midfield. Pioneer sends it back. Grabbed by Allison. Allison moves it down the far wing. Battle for it. There's Banfield trying to move it ahead. That is going to be a Pioneer kick. Right at midfield. Pioneer quick with that. Gets it over to Blank. Blank coming down the far touchline. Blank trying to move it over. That pulled away, but that is going to be a Pioneer kick here. As Regan will get it set in the attacking third. Good opportunity on a set piece here for Pioneer. Regan has it right at the far touchline. Just about 10 feet into the attacking third. Couple good opportunities on some set pieces early for Pioneer. Pioneer trying to cash in and take the lead on this one. Regan raises both hands. Kicks it, then headed up. Trying to get to it is Peterson. Headed the other direction by Bryce McLeod. Battle for it over on that far wing. Green trying to get to it. Pulled the other direction. Bedford trying to move it over. Opera sends that out the far touchline and up into the visitor stands. Quick throw in by Bedford. And ball controlled by Allison. Allison feeding it down the far touchline, trying to move it back as Oberski had it, but here comes Pioneer. Down the near touchline, down the near wing as that one just went behind Smith. Out the near touchline, throw in there by Brody McLeod. Launched back by Bedford, back into the Pioneer defensive third. Blank trying to get it down into the 18. Byrne has it in the 18. Byrne gets it over to Stanich. Stanich coming up the near flank. Stanich rockets it ahead. Vale trying to get to it. That ball popped up high. Vale trying to turn on it. Now brought ahead. Here comes Peterson. Peterson takes a whack, and that one just goes wide. About a foot to the near side of the woodwork. That will be a goal kick for Bedford. 17:52 left to go here in the first. A significant wind down today. It might affect some of these long balls. Stay down into the midfield area, trying to send it at Gopera. All the way back into the far corner. Green trying to get to it. That goes out. Bedford with it there. Throw in by Zeneiser. Played back, trying to send that into the middle third. Losana gets it over to Stanich. Moved over to Regan. Regan back to Stanich. Now up the near wing to Lozana. Lozana trying to avoid some big-time pressure back there by Bryce McLeod. That ball launched into the attacking third. Back over trying to get to it is Smith. Smith trying to turn on it. That knocked away. Good defense back over there. I believe that was Bryce McLeod who got to that. Now here comes Lozana. Lozana trying to work his way past, is trying to get across. Peterson trying to move it over to Vale. That blasted back the other direction by Brody McLeod. Headed up by Stanich. Now that hops over. Nicholas trying to move it swiftly down the pitch. On the far touchline it goes. And out the far touchline, throw in by Pioneer.
Pioneer substitutions. Number 6, Hans Lechner. Number 10, Eric Gomez-Ruiz.
Gomez-Ruiz and Lechner back in after giving a breather. 15:42 left to go here in the first half. Scoreless so far, 0-0. Lozana lifts it high up the pitch. Copera trying to get to it. Copera moving it over to Peterson, and that'll go out the near touchline. Throw in by Peterson, trying to get it to Vale. Vale trying to turn on it. Vale looking for a cross. It's taken away from him. 24 moves it back. And then lifted down into the midfield area. Silva down on that far touchline. Trying to take that away as Silva was battling back over there with Brendan McLeod. Throw in. Copera trying to get to it. That headed out the far touchline. Throw in by Pioneer. Copera with it. Move it back over to Blank. Blank back to Copera. Copera trying to come down that far touchline. Out the far touchline. Another throw in by Pioneer. Blank will have it deep in the attacking third. Here comes the throw in by Blank, arcing it into the 18, headed up there, and that'll go out the end line. And it's going to be a goal kick. Parson ready to kick this away. Goal kick. Played down by Pioneer over to Peterson. Peterson trying to sharply move it ahead. That knocked down back over there by Grahowski. Down the near touchline and out. Quick throw in by Bryce McLeod. Now grabbed by Silva. Silva cuts to his right. Over to Gomez, or over to Copera. Copera makes a good nifty move. Feeds it ahead. Gomez-Ruiz up the near wing. Here comes Peterson. Peterson trying to cut towards the center of the pitch. Peterson comes up the pitch. Back over to Lechner. Lechner trying to get it through traffic to Vale, but that knocked away. Good defense back over there. Trying to get a number. I think that was McQuah. That'll go right out the near touchline. Lozana with the throw in. 13 minutes left to go here in the first.
Bedford substitution, number 4, Corey Gore.
So Gore in for Dexter, or for Bedford.
Number 18, Pietro Boesso.
Boesso in for Pioneer. 12:32 left to go. Here before half, Parsons has it in the 18. So he'll drop kick it high, arching kick, right by midfield, played down. Trying to turn on it there is Nicholas, sent back. Played down, Peterson trying to get to it down on this near touchline. And launched ahead by Brody McLeod, now trying to bring it back is Lechner. It's going to be a kick for Pioneer just inside the midfield area. Lechner with it. Lechner gets back, raises both hands. Lechner launches it, shot and a goal! As Pioneer scores, opening goal by Gomez Ruiz. And at 11:32. So Pioneer goes up 1-0 here. Good job on the set piece there by Lechner, and Gomez Ruiz able to get it and fire it in. Parsons has been very, very good between the pipes so far in this game, but that one a little much for him to handle. Bringing it up the far wing is Allison. Trying to move it across back over there is Zenizer. Right at midfield. Rocketed ahead back over there by Nicholas. Laid down into the attacking third as Brody McLeod feeds it ahead, fired by Nicholas down onto the far wing. Back over to Brody McLeod. Brody McLeod. Now Peterson puts it over to Gomez Ruiz. Gomez Ruiz sends it over to Lechner. Lechner launches it and will go out the far touchline. Bedford with the throw in 1-0. Pioneer with the lead. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left to go before halftime here at Hallway Field. Ball controlled ahead by Nicholas. Down that far wing, trying to knock it away is Stanich. Now Blank moves it down the far touchline. Out the far touchline, throwing for Pioneer. Blank launching it. That ball all the way down, and that'll go out the far touchline. Pioneer with it just into the midfield area. All the way across Lozano. Lozano over to Peterson. Peterson heads towards the center of the pitch. Peterson sends it back into the middle third. Over to Lozano. Lozano trying the near touchline. Here comes Copera. Copera trying to get it over to Vale. Vale through some traffic. Good defense back over there by Bedford as Bryce McLeod getting a hand on it. That goes out the far, or getting a foot on it, excuse me. That goes out the far touchline.
After Regan, number 14.
Regan back in for Pioneer, as well as Smith.
16, now in for Ann Arbor.
All on the far touchline, trying to break it free there in midfield. Here comes Bedford. Bedford back is Miqua over on that far touchline. Zenizer. Lifted all the way down. That headed up by Silva back into the middle third. Now taken away. Good job by Smith moving it over. Regan sends it all the way across. Here comes Blank. Blank rockets it into attacking third, lifted up high, and Peterson fires it and puts it in. Goal by Peterson. Parsons trying to get a hand on it, and it just deflected away from him. And it's 7:54. Peterson makes it 2-0 Pioneer on senior night. That ball will be set right at midfield. Oberski starts things off. '24 sends it over, that tipped by Oberski. Trying to pull it back. Pioneer moving it over. Lifted the other direction. Here comes Bedford. Sent all the way down. Stanich trying to cover. Racing back, there was Brandon McLeod. That ends up with a corner. And a quick set piece and plucked up. Brandon McLeod took that corner before really any of the rest of the players could come down. Trying to catch Pioneer off guard. Peterson with it on the near touchline. Now fired ahead. That ball into the 18. Parsons kicks it up high down the far wing. Blank trying to get to it. Trying to work his way through is Gore. Gore feeds it back up the far touchline. Right at midfield, Bedford. Again, Nicholas moves it sharply down onto the near wing. Sent right out the near touchline by Lasana. 6:30 left to go here in the second. Brody McLeod on the near touchline.
Colin Banfield, number 3, in for the kicking mule.
So Banfield in for Bedford. Brody McLeod ready on the near touchline for the throw-in. Getting on a give and go, that up high. Trying to move it across is Bryce McLeod. Now Brody McLeod with the shot that goes wide. Couple feet to the near side. That will be a goal kick for Pioneer. So we are under 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. Blank has it on the far wing. Blank moves it back into the 18. Byrne over to Stanich. Stanich trying to avoid some heavy pressure by Bedford. Bedford looking for a Pioneer mistake in their own defensive third. Up the near wing. Losana gets it over to Peterson. Peterson trying to keep it in the near touch line. That will go out. Quick throw in here by Bedford. As again, that was Brody McLeod on the throw in. Going to be a kick for Pioneer just over midfield. Lechner over to Gomez Ruiz. Gomez Ruiz trying to find Peterson, but that pulled away by Brody McLeod. Sent right towards center.
Pioneer, please report to the concession stand.
Trying to knock it away. Pioneer sends it down the far touchline, and that out the far touchline.
Please report to the concession stand now. Thanks.
Bedford controls back in their own middle third. That is going to be a kick for Bedford, as getting the back of the shoe for on Allison. Allison down to the pitch. That gives it for a kick, as that's an icer on the far wing, ready to send this away. 4:05 left to go here before halftime. Whistle. Now Bedford has a kick in a very advantageous spot. Not only 10 yards in the attacking third, but just a touch to the far side of center of the pitch. Looks like Brendan McLeod is going to take this kick. Right foot into it, and that one sails just a little high. Makes its way over to Gaydon, all the way back. That'll make its way halfway to football practice back behind us. Byrne back for the goal kick. Low line drive kick tipped up. Peterson coming ahead with it. Peterson racing down the near wing. Peterson cuts towards the center of the pitch. Now back down the near touchline. Gets it over to Smith. Smith trying to work his way around. Heavy pressure back there from Grahowski. Good pressure by Grahowski. Turns into a Bedford kick here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left before halftime. Brody McLeod all the way over onto the far wing now. Chipped on a give and go back there with Van Zyser. Lifted all the way back. Losana has it in his own defensive third. Gets it back over to Byrne. Byrne in the 18. Byrne kicks it down the pitch. Played down back over there. Trying to move it across is Oberski. Down on the far touchline. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first. 2-0 Pioneer with the lead. Throwing on the far touchline.
Pioneer substitution, number 7, Remy Vale.
Vale back in for Pioneer. Blank with the throw. Laid down, sent ahead by Oberski. Here comes Bedford into the 18, and that grab by Byrne. Byrne will come out. Not a bad shot back over there, just went just a little wide. Byrne able to get it. Headed back right into midfield and out the far touchline. Pioneer with a quick throw in. And played down back over there by Grahowski.
1 minute.
Down onto the near wing, 1 minute left to go. Now Vale trying to stutter step his way past, trying to get past Nicholas. Down onto the near wing, Lechner. Lechner sends it into the 18. And Regan has to hop over Parsons as Parsons dives down to get to it right before Regan can. Regan pleads his case. Parson in the 18 though. 33 seconds left to go. That ball into the middle third. Lechner now with it. Lechner trying to come down towards the near wing. Sends it between a pair of players. Here comes Vale for it. Vale trying to get to it. Slide tackled out the end line. That should be a corner for Pioneer.
Pioneer corner, 10, 9, 8.
Let
7,
the set piece go
6,
and
5,
played down.
4, 3.
Fired towards
2,
midfield as Bedford
1.
able to clear it, and that will do it.
Halftime.
2-0 for Pioneer with the lead at the end of the first
Ladies and
half.
gentlemen, stick around for the Pioneer Senior Night ceremony starting real soon.
We'll have senior night. Let's play a few messages from the MHSAA. Remember, this team will play again on Wednesday, 6 p.m. versus Monroe. That will be the beginning of the MHSAA playoffs. We'll do our best to broadcast them, but it will be on the NFHS network. You will need you'll need a subscription to watch it there. But to please come on out the hallway field. We'd love to see you here. We'd love to see a big crowd out here. So we'll play a couple of messages, PSAs, and we'll see senior night coming up quick here.
Maybe you've seen the videos of the specialized sports parent support group, or the kid holding a press conference to announce his retirement from sports. The problem is, they'd be really funny if there wasn't a lot of truth there. Multi-sport participation provides a healthier experience and lifestyle for kids and families. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Sportsmanship is still relevant in school sports. Good sportsmanship should be a given at our games. It's one of the primary reasons we have school sports to begin with, to help today's young people become tomorrow's community leaders. You can learn more about sportsmanship and download a full kit of sportsmanship ideas from the MHSAA website at mhsaa.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As we will turn it over to John momentarily, he will have the senior announcements. We always appreciate his fantastic work up here in the booth as the senior parents getting ready. They have the little arch out there right at midfield. As I think the JV squad hung around to help line the sides of the arch here. Where if it's like field hockey or lacrosse, they'll make the little tunnel with the crosses. You don't quite have that with soccer. Everyone doesn't want to get their boots held up there. That wouldn't work so well.
Today, the Pioneer Soccer Program on this bittersweet day honors all seniors for their efforts of effort and dedication to their teams. First of all, we want to congratulate the seniors from Bedford and all the support they provided their program. The Pioneer Soccer Program thanks all our seniors and what you've given to the team. We're proud of your work on and off the field, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. We also recognize and thank the families for all the support they've given to the players and to the program. Here is the Pioneer class of 2026. First of all, number 4, Philip Stanich. Philip's favorite memory with the Pioneer soccer team is going out to eat with his teammates. His advice for a student starting in the program: don't spend all your time thinking about next season or next year. Just enjoy and focus on the right now. He's escorted by Mom Veronica Stanich. Next, number 6, Hans Lechner. Hans' favorite memory with the team is ringing the bell after beating Celine and then singing happy birthday to Coach John. His advice for a student just starting out: always work hard, never stop loving the game, and in the end it's your passion that really shows. No matter what, passion and love for the game are the 2 most important things. He's escorted by his cousins, Xander and Tian Reifler. Hans Lechner. Now number 7, Remy Vale. Remy's favorite memory with the team is going undefeated his freshman year. And his advice: always put the team first, because nobody is bigger than the team. He's escorted by his dad Sam, his mom Stephanie, and his sister Posey. Remy Vale. And now number 10, Eric Gomez Ruiz. His favorite memory is the game we won against state champions Rochester Adams 4-0. His advice for students just starting out with the team: be yourself, don't try to be someone you are not, and be a team player. Make friends and have fun. He's escorted by his dad Marvin, his mom Azucena, and his brother Edwin. Eric Gomez Ruiz. Next, Patrick Regan, number 14. Patrick's favorite memory: beating Huron 3-0 in the district playoffs his sophomore year. His advice for new team members: 4 years go by fast. Appreciate all the time you have as a high school athlete, and appreciate the little moments you have throughout the seasons with your teammates. Escorted by his mom Jane, dad Barry, and his sister Kelly. Patrick Regan. And now Braden Clark, number 15. Braden's favorite memory is hanging out and bonding with the team during team dinners. His advice for a new team member: take advantage of the summer practices and workouts. Do not get injured. Braden Clark, escorted by his Mom Becky and Dad Tom Clark. And now Dylan Smith, number 16. His favorite memory with the Pioneer soccer team, his freshman year, undefeated season, and the Skyline game away, 1-0 last year. My advice for a new student member of the team, be patient, your time will come. These escorts are Michelle, his dad Dave, and his sister Sophie. Mom Michelle. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Who did I miss? And a player to be named at a later date. Yes, of course, Pietro Bueso, number 18. Hey! I knew that would get you more applause, Pietro. His favorite memory, playing like a pro at Pio. Great teamwork at Pioneer and good friendships. He's escorted by his mother Giovanna Aragoni, father Giacomo Bueso, and sister Caterina Bueso. Pietro Bueso! My apologies. Congratulations to the class of 2026, as I was saying, and all of our Pioneer seniors, all varsity soccer players and families. So, seniors, please join near the concession stand after the game for cider and donuts. Good time will be had by all.
As they'll get a picture out there of the seniors, we'll head back towards a little bit of MHSA items here, and then we will return with the second half.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
If you're a recent high school or college graduate and still have a passion for the games you played in school, still remember the thrill of putting on the uniform, why don't you help us out and become a registered high school game official? Get out there and give something back to our kids. Visit the MHSA website for more information. There's help wanted, just whistle. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Integrity, commitment, love of the game. These traits describe the people high school sporting events can't start without. The officials. They're out there every day giving back to our kids. Let's give them the respect they deserve. Better yet, why don't you become one? Visit the MHSAA website for more information. There's help wanted, just whistle. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
You're hearing it. The message is getting through to parents. Multi-sport athletes get injured less. Multi-sport athletes become better in their primary sport in the long run. And even though it's not why we play our games, multi-sport athletes are now getting recruited more than specialized athletes. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As Pioneer is up 2-0 here at the end of the halftime. We do want to thank it's a wonderful senior celebration. The seniors for the other side, Brendan McLeod, a senior, as well as Miqua, Bryce McLeod, Zenheiser, let's see, Nicholas and Allison, I believe, are the seniors out there. I think I got those right.
Videoing the game. Watch it live or
as everyone ready to get set, Smith right at midfield. Appreciate John saying some nice things about us. As Regan moves it over. Regan gets it back, trying to head up the center of the pitch. Regan moves it back over onto the near wing. And moved all the way across by Lindstrom. Now back to Regan, right in the middle third. Regan over on the near wing to Blank. Blank back to Lindstrom. And all the way across over to Stanich. Stanich gets it over to Losana. Losana heads back all the way over onto the near wing. Lindstrom has it there, coming up the near side of the pitch. Lindstrom. Back over to Byrne, or no, excuse me. That is going to be Puttow in goal for Pioneer. Here comes Bedford the other direction, trying to feed it ahead as there's a shot. Puttow with a save. As that was a blast by Brendan McLeod. Good save by Pioneer, intercepted, coming down the near wing. Fed across, trying to get to a Bryce McLeod, and taken away, and deflected out the near touchline. Throw in by Pioneer. So we're a minute and a half into the second half. Pioneer up 2-0. Played down by Bedford. Now brought ahead Regan. Trying to launch it all the way across. Coming down the far wing is Lechner. Lechner up the far touchline. Lechner trying to get that as that's sent down and out the end line. Good defense back there by Bedford. If I could see the gentleman, if he stands up, it's going to be a corner as Regan takes the corner.
Patrick Regan with the ball for the corner.
That was a move by Grahowski, who ended up knocking that out the end line. Here comes Regan, raises the hand for a big important set piece. Everyone gets set there. There's the whistle. Regan raises both hands. Right foot into it. Arches it into the 18. Headed up and just over the field goal post is Stanich with an opportunity. Parsons now with the goal kick. 2.5 minutes gone. 2-0. Pioneer up in this second half. Bedford trying to bring it up the far wing. Chipped ahead, trying to move it over to Brendan McLeod. Pioneer has it on the far touchline, trying to head back. That's sent out the far touchline. Back over there, Brody McLeod. Knocks it out. Now Pioneer. With the throw in is Lechner. Lechner arcs it over to Vale. Vale Plays it down, sends it back into the middle third. Stanich with it there. Stanich trying to pull it back over. Gomez Ruiz back over, trying to get to Stanich. Stanich launches it, that out the far touchline. Quick throw in by Pioneer. Losana on the far touchline with the throw in. Losana pointing out signals, trying to get everyone where he wants them. Losana trying to get to Lechner. That's sent right out by Allison. Out the far touchline. Quick, another throw in over to Lechner. Lechner heads up the pitch. Now tries to fire it over. Give and go right towards the center of the pitch. Shot it off the post. Off the woodwork. And what a beautiful shot that just millimeters away from scoring. Brought back the other way. Here comes Blank. Blank. As that ball trying to be pulled away by Brendan McLeod. That's going to bring up a big set piece here. Regan ready to take this set piece. Most of the players over to the far side of the 18, three-person wall in front of Regan. Regan chips it as that punched up high. Now Losana with a shot. Popped up there, headed back towards there, fired in, and that's a goal by Stanich. Stanich puts it in for Pioneer, and it makes it 3-0. Here in the second, 35:05. See JV team doing a little rowing over on the far side. Pioneer with the lead. Now coming the other direction. Here comes Bedford trying to feed it ahead. That down onto the near wing. Trying to hold it in. Best effort back there by Bryce McLeod. But he couldn't quite keep it in. Ball down on the far touchline. Go out the far touchline.
Bedford substitution, number 6.
Lechner with the throw in. Lechner will leave it. Vale with the throw in. Popped up high by Gomez Ruiz. Lechner now trying to feed it over. Racing over. Oh, good defense back there to knock it away by Van Eisner. And ball back into the corner, out. The far touchline. Lifted down the far wing. Brendan McLeod trying to feed it back into the middle third. Chipped all the way down the far wing. Vale launches it across, and that will go out the end line. .33 minutes, 33 seconds left to go here. Ball blasted ahead by Parsons.
Corey Gore, number 4, now in for Bedford.
Or in there for Bedford. Ball played towards the middle third, over onto the near wing for Blank. Blank trying to stay away from heavy pressure from Orberski. All the way across. Lifted into the middle third now, back the other direction. Here comes Bedford. Regan takes that away. Lindstrom over onto the far wing to Stanich. That fired by Padal. Out the far touchline. That's going to be a throw-in for Bedford. played down back over there by Nicholas. Trying to move it ahead in the middle third. Now here comes Pioneer. Good battle for it. That goes out the far touchline. Battle back over there with Nicholas. This could be a throw in by Brody McLeod on that far touchline. Trying to knock it away, battling a few different players back there. Pioneer tries to bring it up the far touchline. Here comes Lechner. Lechner bringing it ahead. Lechner down the far wing. Centering attempt over to Boesso. Gomez Ruiz trying to get to it. And fed ahead back over there by Oberski. Out, and that will be Pioneer with the throw-in. 31-33 left to go. Whistle, Pioneer with the throw-in. Ball just over midfield. Lindstrom over to Blank. Blank right at the midfield stripe. Blank. Moving it ahead. Lechner sends it down the far wing. Stop there. Go as Smith ends up down on the pitch. He earns a kick for Pioneer. This will be in a good advantageous position for Pioneer. It's Gomez Ruiz to take this set piece. We approach 30 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the second. 3-0. Pioneer with the lead. Gomez Ruiz. Right foot into it all the way across, and that hits the field goal post. Or did it? No, that hit the crossbar apparently as they continue to play. Forgive me. Now sent back over to Regan. Regan trying to move it across. Played down there. Here comes Lechner. Lechner gets it over. Gomez Smith trying to get to it. That popped up high. Now back. Headed up by Regan, played back over. Coming down the near wing, racing ahead with it. Here comes Bedford. With it is Allison. Allison trying to get back past the defense. Allison cuts towards the center of the pitch. Allison looking, puts it over onto the far wing. Padal with the save, and that popped up high. Not quite cleared out of the defensive third. Down onto the near wing. That is going to be a yellow card on Blank. Down was an icer. Well, he might not give the card. Certainly it's going to be a kick here for Bedford. Van Iser ready to kick this. Again, a really good spot for a set piece here for Bedford. Right hand raised. Right foot into it across. Headed up and down onto the near end line. That'll go out. That'll be a corner for Bedford. Quickly in with it. Fired ahead over by Oberski. All the way back into the middle third. Pioneer trying to counter. Racing as Lechner. Lechner gets past the defense. Lechner coming down the middle. Lechner fires it across. And just out of the reach of Smith. As who was that? I think that was number 24 who ran all the way back. Was able to, Lechner could see him from the side. Tried the cross over there and just missed. Here comes Bedford trying to work it away. Battle for it down onto the near wing. Boesso trying to pull that away. Boesso sends it out the near touchline. Bryce McLeod with the throw-in on the near wing. 27 minutes, 45 seconds left to go here in the second. 3-0, 3-0. Pioneer with the lead, headed up by Stanich. Laid down, trying to bring it ahead. Bryce McLeod. Centering as Oberski feeds it ahead and a whistle. That's going to be a kick in the middle third. Sennheiser. Lifted ahead, shot there, knocked down. As Padau has it. Comes out. Rolls it over onto the far wing. Stanich trying to move it ahead into the middle third.
This is your 15-minute warning. Concession stand will be closing in that time in another 15 minutes for the evening. So
over onto the near wing. Here comes Blank. Blank trying to feed it ahead. Stolen away. Coming the other direction. Back there's Sennheiser. Blank gets it back over to Lindstrom again. That taken away by Brody McLeod. Trying to feed it across. Chipped. Loose. And now Pioneer trying to get it into the middle third. All the way down onto the far wing. Racing back. Trying to match that was Grahowski. That ball into the far corner. And number 24 will let it go for Bedford. Don't have a name on that roster. 26 minutes even left to go here in the second.
Patrick Regan will serve.
Corner in the far corner. Regan ready for this set piece. Regan sends it short. Gomez Ruiz. Last that got blocked, and that off the side of the net. That will be a goal kick for Parsons. 3-0 on senior night for Pioneer. Parsons that moved over. It was offside, the call. That ball back, it will be sent away over on that far wing. Played into the middle third, chipped up by Regan. Fired the other direction, back over there by Allison, right into the middle third. Regan gets it over. Boesso trying to get past as Boesso in a battle with Sennheiser. And it's going to be a kick here for Pioneer. Back ready for this kick. Good spot for a kick for Pioneer. Hopped up over there by Gomez Ruiz over onto the far wing. Berquist trying to get to it on that far touchline. Fed ahead. Here comes Bedford as Brendan McLeod moves it sharply down the pitch. Feeding it down the far wing, racing over. Brendan McLeod trying to get to it. Brendan McLeod. He ends up down on the pitch. That goes out the end line. But I think we're going to have a kick, and that's a yellow card. So Stanich goes into the book with his yellow card. Sylvan for Pioneer. 23:51 left to go here in the second. This is going to be a kick and a good opportunity, a good location for Bedford again in the attacking third. Low line drive kick that put up high by Lidstrom. Played down over there by Smith. Now the centering attempt that knocked away by Gomez Ruiz. Right into the middle third. Bedford takes it back, but now that blasted out. The end line, that will be a throw-in for Bedford. Leave over there, that's Brody McLeod.
Substitutions for Bedford. First, number 3, Kellen Banfield. Pioneer, number 3, Milo Peterson.
And over to Banfield. Banfield has that taken away.
Number 11, Game B.
Now launch, centering attempt, all the way over onto the far wing. Trying to feed it ahead over there was Bryce McLeod, and goal by
Bedford goal.
Bedford. Trying to get a number. See if our committee up here can get us a number. His hand fired all the way down. Looks like that is Brendan McLeod who fired it in.
To number 2, Brandon McLeod. And number Pioneer 3, Bedford 1.
So 3-1, Bedford cuts into the Pioneer lead. We'll see if they can use this momentum to try and get 2 more goals and get this game level. Pioneer would love to get right back and switch the momentum their way. Bedford moves it over onto the near wing. 24 trying to fire it ahead. And knocked away from Brody McLeod over onto the near wing. Sent back is Zenizer. Trying to send it out the near wing. Now Lechner with the throw in. Lechner quickly ahead. That ball out the end line. Smith trying to get to it, or plucked up before it goes out the end line by Parsons. Lifted down. Played over to Peterson. Peterson racing down the near wing. Peterson trying to get himself around Brody McLeod. That ball sent out the near touchline. Excuse me, I think that was Allison. Throw in by Blank as we approach the 21-minute mark. Peterson gets it back to Blank. Blank moves towards the end line. Blank looking for a cross as that was sent off of McLeod. That was sent off of Bryce McLeod. That is going to be a corner. Regan to take the corner.
Patrick Regan serving the corner.
So Regan has himself set in the near corner. Raises both hands. As that goes just past all the way down onto the far wing. Blasted ahead by Bryce McLeod. Throw in by Pioneer. Beam with the throw in. Beam. Trying to move it over. The fed ahead. Played down. Trying to get it ahead there. Capera as that ball deflected back in along the end line, now fired all the way ahead. Out the near touchline is, again, that was good defense back there by Zenizer. He has been solid all game long. Right on the near touchline, Blank trying to work his way around Bryce McLeod. Still battling, that popped off of. That'll be a throw in by Pioneer. Bryce McLeod was all ready to throw it in for Bedford. It chipped up high and sent across by Oberski and down on that far wing. Lechner trying to move it back up. Beam in a battle, but here comes Bedford right over midfield. Coming down the near wing is that's Brendan McLeod, who had the last goal for either team. Back on to the far touchline. Cutting towards the center of the pitch. That ball over to Oberski. Oberski moves it back. Across, 24 gets it. Moves it over on the near wing for Zenizer. Lifted all the way back and out the near touchline.
Now in for the kicking.
Thrown by Zenizer.
Number 15, Gus Nichols.
18 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the second half. 3-1, Pioneer with the lead, but Bedford with the last goal. And out the near touchline, Pioneer. Blank with the throw in over to Regan. Regan trying to work his way. Regan trying to come down the pitch towards the end line. Feeds it across. Just misses all the way down onto the far wing. Trying to get to it is Banfield. And out the far touchline. That'll be a throw-in for Bedford. That ball thrown in right over to Nicholas. Played down. Pioneer moving it across. Beam on that far touchline. Beam heads towards the end line. Beam with a cross as that's lifted right out the far touchline by Nicholas. Throw in by Pioneer down there. 17:36 left to go. Berquist with the throw in. Beam couldn't quite hold it in. That goes out the end line, and that'll be a goal kick for Parsons. All set at the 6 for the goal kick. Appreciate you joining us here. How did it already become senior night? As we'll have the football and band senior night on Friday. Before that, these Pioneer men's varsity soccer players will have a playoff game versus Monroe here at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Please come on out. We'd love to see a big crowd as Pioneer starts off their playoff run. Berquist ready for a kick just on the edge of the attacking third. Berquist gets a little room to work. Roller to Beam on the far touchline. Beam trying to send it back. That'll be plucked up in the 18 by Parsons. Parsons rolls it over on that far wing, now bringing it ahead. Played back over by Brody McLeod. Oh, good job to steal that away. So that's Peterson. Peterson trying to head towards the center of the pitch. He's dispossessed back over there by Oberski. Now rocketing the other direction is Nicholas. Nicholas makes a move into the attacking third. Nicholas trying to feed it past the defense. And is popped up back over there. Berquist sending it down the far wing. Taken back over by Bedford down on that far touchline. That's Oberski again trying to bring it ahead. Now Lidstrom rockets it down the pitch. Out the far touchline. 15-18 left to go here. Back into the middle third, controlled by Bedford as 24 has it, moves it over onto the far wing, then moved ahead by Rahowski. Into the middle third and out the far touchline. Brody McLeod with it there. Beam trying to steal it away. Lifted by Brody McLeod, headed back into the 18. As Putto has it there. Over on the far wing to Lindstrom. Now, Putto. Back, Lindstrom trying to move it ahead. That's sent down. Bedford trying to get to that as that was Oberski who had it, but that kicked away. Now loose. Lindstrom. Again with a high arching kick, headed back the other direction. But here comes Peterson. Peterson for Pioneer. Sends the ball for a ride down into the 18. Trying to get past, and that's a whistle. As Beam was trying to come down, and it's going to end up getting back behind when the ball was set, so that looks like that's a offside. Ball hit sharply down the pitch. Peterson with it. Peterson trying to avoid pressure back there from Nicholas. Out the far touchline, 13:24 left to go here in the second. 3-1, Pioneer with the lead. Throwing on the far touchline. Back to the defense and sent ahead. Played down in the middle third. Lofted all the way ahead by Copera. Grabbed there by Parsons. Rolls it down onto the far wing. Head by Allison. All the way down the far touchline. Here comes Bedford trying to get across away. Pado has it. Right down there. Big time pressure by Bryce McLeod. Pado able to get that and heads out. Has it on the edge of the 18. Now the drop kick high. Kick hits Peterson trying to move it ahead. Now Copera gets it. That down onto the near wing. Chasing and sending it right out the near touchline was Grahowski. Peterson now over here for the throw-in. As for the clock to be stopped. Then a yellow card on the Bedford bench there at 11:51. Left to go here in the second. 3-1 Pioneer with the lead. Throw in by Blank on the near touchline. Blank gets it back over to Silva. Silva trying to launch it across. And knocked away back over there by Brody McLeod through the midfield area. Now coming down, Bryce McLeod has it. Bryce McLeod feeds it, and that will go. Allison trying to get to it, but that will go out the end line. That's going to be a corner for Bedford. So Bedford earns themselves a set piece. With 11 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Both hands raised as that's fired over. Bedford very quick on the set piece as Silva gets it over. Now down onto the near wing. Beam over to Peterson. Peterson trying to avoid heavy pressure by Banfield. Back over to Beam. Beam. Now over on the near wing. Peterson. Peterson. As that's knocked out by Zanizer. He's played hard all game long. Zanizer lifts it in. Play down over for Bryce McLeod into the near corner, launched across. Nobody there, and that will go out the end line. Goal kick for Pioneer. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the second. 3-1 Pioneer with the lead. Lindstrom ready to send this from the 6. Right hand raised, right foot into it. And ball played down by Pioneer, trying to move it ahead. And knocked away back over there by Man. That's going to be a Pioneer kick. Copera over to Peterson. Peterson. Up the near touchline, Peterson. That's a slide tackle out the near touchline by Zanizer. Moving over to Copera. Copera trying to get to it. Is that grab by Parsons? Under 10 minutes left. 9:25 left to go here in the second. Parsons moves that sharply down the pitch. Bounces over. Regan sends it over his shoulder now. Trying to bring it back. And fed over by Nicholas. Well, Bryce McLeod trying to get to it. Knocked away by Silva. Silva races up the near wing. Silva up the near flank. Gets it over. Now Anderson down onto the far touchline for Beam. Beam sends it back into the middle third for Copera. Copera over to Regan. Regan down to Blank. Blank. Again, a battle with Van Iser. Intercepted. Lifted by Banfield. down over onto the near wing. Van Iser sends it back in the attacking third. Racing over, trying to get to it is Allison. Allison has it in the far corner. Centering attempt, that popped up high by Silva. Headed down the far touchline. Still in play. Trying to turn on it. Pioneer has it into the middle third. That ball lifted down the far touchline. And that'll go out the far touchline. Grahowski with it over there. Peterson has it just on the edge of the attacking third. Peterson coming down the far wing. That ball back over. That's Hazion. Over to Beam, now the far touchline. Peterson with it there, trying to get himself around Brody McLeod. Out the far touchline. 7 minutes, 25 seconds left to go here in the second. Pioneer with the 2-goal lead, trying to keep senior night a victory. Bedford trying to do what they can to spoil senior night. They have the last goal, but Pioneer has the 2-goal lead, 3-1. Beaver in for Pioneer.
Graham Beaver, number 22, in for Pioneer.
That ball headed. Beam trying to get to it. Played down on the far touchline. Bergquist over there. Trying to move it ahead. Nicholas over there, and that will go out the far touchline. That'll be a throw-in. Now coming down into the attacking third. Nice job by Blank to stop that rush and send it out the near touchline is Allison. And some mojo going. Laid down. Banfield trying to get to it. That brought back by Bergquist the other direction. Or excuse me, that brought back by Beaver the other direction. Now over to Peterson. Peterson up the near touchline. Peterson feeding it down the near touchline. That's sent out by 24.
Philip Stanich, number 4.
Stanich back in for Pioneer. Blank with the throw-in on the near touchline. Moved over. That ball over onto the near wing. Out the near touchline. That will be Bedford's ball as they're showing a sense of urgency. Trying to get this game level, but they're down 2 goals. They're going to have a kick here as an Iser. Ended up down on the pitch. 5:22 left to go here in the second. Van Iser moves it across. That fed ahead by Grahowski. Down the far wing. Bedford races ahead with it. Knocked away. Good job by Silva to pull that one away. Back into the middle third. That ball lifted into the attacking third. Now Beaver with it. Beaver trying to move it across. Beam fires it ahead. 4:44 left to go here in the second. Pioneer has a kick in the attacking third. Regan will take this one about 6 yards inside the attacking third. Regan moves it, arcs it into the 18. Played down by Beaver, popped up high. Stanich trying to get to it. Now that pulled back the other direction by Brody McLeod. Brody McLeod tries to move it up the far touchline, knocked down by Pioneer, but brought back by Banfield. Now blasted by 24, that all the way back into the Pioneer defensive third. Allison with it, with a shot that goes wide. A few feet to the far side. 3:45 left to go here in the second. 3-1 Pioneer with the lead.
Pioneer substitutions, number 6 on Selekner.
Lechner in for Pioneer.
Number 7,
Lindstrom
Johnny Vale.
ready to kick it away. Vale back in for Pioneer.
Number 10, Eric Gomez-Ruiz.
Gomez-Ruiz in there.
Number 16.
Smith back in for Pioneer as well.
Clock will be reset.
Ball sent across. Lindstrom has it on the far wing, trying to get around Brandon McLeod. Ball held in, trying to feed it ahead. Racing back over with it is Oberski. Oberski moves it down the near wing. That's sent across by Bryce McLeod. Oberski into the 18 and grab there by Pato. Pato kicks that ball, line drive over midfield. Vale trying to knock it down. Pioneer controls ahead to Gomez-Ruiz. Gomez-Ruiz trying to get himself around Oberski. Well, that ball played deep. Blank has it, trying to keep it in the end line. Blank gets it over to Lechner. Lechner, top of the 18. That knocked away. Good job launching it. Brandon McLeod down the far touchline. Racing ahead with it. Over onto the near wing, trying to go back deep, Brandon McLeod. Paddleford on that near wing as Berquist has it. Now Lindstrom sends it into the middle third. Lifted back down the near touchline. Lechner holds it in. Lechner feeds it ahead. Played down, popped up by Vale. Vale going and diving. Pearson punches it out, and it fired in. As that's Boesso with the goal. We'll see what happens if it was, I didn't hear whistle blowing it dead. Pearson is on the turf, on the pitch as Pearson dove and punched it out as he was going for it right when, believe it might have been Smith going for it the other direction. It's a very brave and valiant goalkeeping by Pearson. We hope he's or Parsons, excuse me. We hope he's all right. Hayden Parsons diving there, punching it out. As I think that's going to be no goal, and the ball right at the spot of the collision. Most importantly right now, we hope that Hayden Parsons is all right as he's being attended to. And get a water bottle in there. He is sitting up, so again, not a doctor, but that's typically a good sign. Parsons really laying his body on the line to give his team a chance to try and win this game. Good sportsmanship by the entire crowd, clapping as Parsons pops up. We're glad to see he's all right. 3-1, Pioneer with the lead. Parsons might be going off, and we'll see. I think that's Hopkins, I believe, is the other goalkeeper. Not seeing the number on the back of the kit. 98, which I don't have. I think it's Hopkins, but forgive me if I get that wrong. Ball moved ahead, 1 minute, 48 seconds left to go here. Bedford trying to get this to a one-goal game and see what happens there. That ball plucked up in the 18 by Padeau. Rolls it over to Stanich. Stanich up the near wing. Back to Stanich. Stanich right on the near touchline. He'll get that into the middle third. Lechner over to Gomez Ruiz. Gomez Ruiz trying to move it. Lechner sharply down the near touchline. Lechner looking for a cross as that ball popped down and away. Good defense back over there by Brody McLeod. Ball sent right back. And oh, what a diving save by Hopkins. Out the end line.
1 minute.
That is going to be a corner for Pioneer. Gomez Ruiz to take the corner with 50 seconds left.
Eric Gomez Ruiz will serve.
That ball over onto the far wing. Stanich with it in the far corner. Stanich. That goes out the end line, and that will be another corner. This time Regan to take it from the far wing. 30 seconds left to go here. 3-1 Pioneer with the lead. Looking for a little more fireworks on senior night. Right foot into it. Headed up by Stanich, and that out the end line.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So Pioneer will go into the playoffs with a big win here on senior night. Again, Wednesday, 6 o'clock versus Monroe will be the opening for the playoffs here at Holloway Field. We'd love to see it here, and we'll do our best to broadcast it. It will be on the NFHS network, which is a subscription needed to watch. We appreciate you. Again, we'll be back for that game, and then on Friday, we will have the Pioneer versus Monroe football game. So Pioneer with the win, 3-1. I want to thank my camera person, James Wiseman. My name is Mark Wiseman. Have a fantastic evening. Take care and good night.